Good Tuesday morning, boys and girls. I'm so glad to see you back today. Yesterday was review, but today we get to do something super fun. We get to multiply a 3-digit number by a 2-digit number. Now this is so much fun that I can't wait for you to do this with me. So make sure you have page 307 and 308. Page 307, 308. I want you to go ahead and do it with me. If you get stuck, go back and replay the video so that you can watch it again. And then if you get stuck on some more going along further, rewatch the video again. You can even make up your own problems and you can try solving a couple and have your mom or dad check it for you if you'd like a little extra practice with that. Or you've always got those extra practice pages in the back of your book. I'm sure you can find some back there. Okay, let's look at multiplying 3-digit factors by 2-digit factors. Now we're going to read our directions, then we're going to look at our example, and then we're going to put the directions in our own words to make sure we've understood it. So number 1, always begin with the ones place of the bottom factor. I've got that one. Multiply it by each digit in the top factor from right to left. We can do that. Step number 2, we've done those before. Add in any number you must carry. Cross out the carried number after you've used it. We've done those before. Number 3, multiply the tens digit of the bottom factor by each digit in the top factor, working from right to left. Good news is we've done those too. So we go to the bottom in the tens and we multiply from right to left. Number 4 is add the partial products. Well, all of these steps sound so familiar. You're exactly right. They are all steps that we have done before. Now we're just doing it with 3 digits instead of 2 digits. You see that right there? All we did was add in a 3rd digit on the top. All of our steps stay exactly the same. Kind of like when we learned division and we just added some more numbers to it, but our steps stayed exactly the same. We're going to do the same thing for multiplication. So I want you to come along down to our first one now, and we're going to write the products. Again, we are starting with that digit in the ones place on the bottom factor, and we're multiplying from right to left on the top. And then we're adding in those numbers that we carried. And then we go to the 2nd digit on the bottom in the tens place. And we multiply by the top factor, right to left. And add in any numbers that we had to carry. Add our partial products together. And that gives us our final product. So now that we've put it in our own words, let's go ahead and try it together. I'm remembering, I have to be fair and share. Remember, I'm starting with the ones place. Whether we're adding, subtracting, we start with the ones place, even multiplying. So 6 times 3 equals 18. Write 8. Carry the 1 to the tens place above the 2. Good. Now let's go on and do our next digit. 6 times 2. That's 12. Add in the 1. That's 13. Write 3. Carry the 1 to the hundreds place. Now remember, I'm still looking at this bottom digit, the 6 in the ones place. I'm multiplying by that 6. 6 times 1 equals 6. Plus 1 equals 7. So our first partial product is 738. Now I'm going to cross out the ones that I've already used because I don't want to get confused on which ones I'm carrying. Now, remember, because I've already multiplied the ones place, and now I'm going to multiply by the tens place in that bottom factor, I'm going to save my spot. The ones place gets to take a break and have that donut. So the ones place has a 0 in it. I'm going to go to the tens place now. So make sure that you're lined up in the tens place. And I'm going to start again, multiplying by the bottom factor. 5 times 3 equals 15. Write 5 in the tens place. Now carry the 1. Now remember, because we multiplied by the 3 in that ones place up here, now I need to carry it above the tens place because the 2 is the next one I'm going to multiply by. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11. Write 1, carry your 1 up to the hundreds place. 5 times 1 equals 5, plus 1 equals 6. My second partial product is 6,150. Now I need to add those partial products together. 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. 7 plus 1 is 8. There's nothing to add to the 6, so my final answer is 6,888. We made it through our first long multiplication problem, multiplying 3-digit factor by a 2-digit factor. Let's go ahead and go to problem B. Now I want you to say the steps in your mind as we write the numbers. You did a good job keeping up with me on this one. Remember, say the steps to yourself as we write our numbers. Step number 1, begin with the ones place of the bottom factor. Multiply from right to left. 2 times 9 equals 18. Write 8, carry the 1 above the 4. 2 times 4 equals 8. Plus 1 is 9. Write 9. I'm working from right to left, so I need to finish up. 2 times 3 equals 6. My first partial product is 698. Cross out the carried number since I've used it. Now I'm ready to go on to the third step. Multiply the tens digit in the bottom factor, working from right to left of the top factor. So 7 times 9, oh, I forgot to put my 0 in here. Always put my 0 to save that place. 7 times 9 equals 63. Write 3, carry the 6 above the 4, because that's the next number we're multiplying. 7 times 4 equals 28 plus 6 equals 34. Write 4, carry the 3 above the hundreds place. 7 times 3 equals 21 plus 3 equals 24. So my first partial product is 698. My second partial product is 24,430. It's time to add my partial products together. 8 plus 0 equals 8. 9 plus 3 equals 12. Write 2, carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 4 is 11. Write 1, carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. There's nothing to add to the 2, so bring it down. Let's do my comma. Ones, tens, hundreds, comma. My answer is 25,128. Now sometimes it helps me if I have 2 colors when I'm doing math problems, so I'm going to add in another color today. So we've done our steps a couple times, but sometimes it helps to look at it a different way. I'm going to start with my purple, and then I'm going to move to my aqua color today. And we're going to do it so you can see where it's matching up. Now here's my pattern. I'm going to do the ones place by the ones in the top, by the tens in the top, by the hundreds in the top. You see that little pattern there? I'm going to go from the ones place to the ones, tens, and hundreds place. So let's go ahead and do that with my purple marker. 5 times 4 is 20. Write 0, carry the 2. 4 times 4 equals 16, plus 2 equals 18. Write 8, carry the 1. 4 times 8 is 32, plus 1 equals 33. Now remember, I'm all finished with these numbers that I carried, so I'm going to cross them off. Now the second one that I'm going to do is when I take this number down here and I multiply by this number in the ones place, tens place, hundreds place. So this is going to be my tens number now, and I'm multiplying it all by that top factor. So we add in our 0 because the ones place is taking a break, and I'm going to do 8 times 5. 8 times 5 is 40. Write 0, carry the 4. 8 times 4 is 32. Plus 4 is 36. Write 6, carry the 3. 8 times 8 is 64, plus 3 equals 67. So your second partial product is 67,600. Now we can go back and add these together. 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 6 is 9. 3 plus 7 is 10. 0, carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. Add in my comma. Ones, tens, hundreds, comma. Your final answer should be 70,000 980. Now, boys and girls, what I'd like you to do, just like if we were in class, we would work some together, and then I would have you show me what you know. I want you to do the same thing on the last one. I want you to go ahead and solve this problem on your own. Then I want you to come back, and I want you to do the rest with me. Remember, you're going to do top number, 674 times the 9, and then when we get to that bottom number, it's going to be 674 times the 5, because that's the place value it's in. So you multiply first where the purple would be, and then do where the blue would be. So when you multiply those out, you'll get your partial products. We'll add them together. So you work on that, and then you come back in just a second. Okay, now that you're back on with me in a video and you have worked this product, let's go ahead and find out if your product is correct. Our first partial product, going back to our purple, remember we're multiplying the 9 by these 3 numbers. So your first partial product should be 9 times 4 is 36. Write 6, carry the 3. 9 times 7 is 63, plus 3 is 66. Write 6, carry the 6. 9 times 6 is 54, plus 6 is 60. That's your first partial product. Cross off the numbers you've multiplied. Multiply your digit in the tens place in the bottom factor by your top factor. 5 times 4 is 20. We wrote in our 0 already. Add in our next 0, carry the 2. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 2 is 37. Write 7, carry the 3. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 3 equals 33. And now we can go ahead and add these together. 6 plus 0 is 6. 6 plus 0 is 6. 0 plus 7 is 7. 6 plus 3 is 9. Nothing left to add to the 3. So we'll go ahead and add in our comma. Ones, tens, hundreds. Your final product should be 39,766. Give yourself a pat on the back today if you've got that one correct. I'm going to erase the board and we're going to move down to our story problems today, so you can join me for those ones next. Whew, give your brain a little break as we roll down to our next one. Okay, looking at our story problems right here. Number 2, solve the story problems. At the grocery store, Mom purchased milk for $3.35, tomatoes for $3.29, 2 pounds of sliced turkey for $6.98 per pound, and bread for $2.68. How much did she spend in all? Whew, sounds like they're having a yummy lunch this week. Okay, well, if we want to know how much she did in all, we have to go ahead and add some numbers together. But one of these numbers, there was something that it was per pound. So we have milk, that's $3.35. So we know the answer for that one. Milk was $3.35. And again, sometimes I like to write the little descriptors in next to them so I don't get sidetracked. Tomatoes were $3.29. That was a good deal on those. And again, I'm writing tomatoes in next to them so I don't forget which ones I've used. Helps me keep my thinking clear. 2 pounds of sliced turkey for $6.98 per pound. Uh-oh. This one we need to know how much she got because she got 2 pounds. She didn't get 1 pound, she got 2 pounds. She knew she had some hungry children at home. So that one we're gonna have to find out. And bread for $2.68. I bet it was some tasty whole grain bread. $2.68 for bread. Now turkey is the one that we're missing. So I'm gonna put turkey right here. And we need to find out what that missing amount is so that we can add it all together. So we know that she had 2 pounds of turkey. We know it was $6.98 per pound. So we can come over to the side and write $6.98. And she didn't buy 1 pound, she bought 2 pounds. So we're multiplying by 2. What's the other way that you could get this answer? You got it. You could simply add $6.98 together because you would have 2 of them. So you could also put $6.98 plus $6.98. So you could add them both together or you could multiply by 2. I'm going to multiply by 2 today because that's fast. 2 times 8 equals 16. Write 6, carry the 1. 2 times 9 equals 18 plus 1 equals 19. Write 9, carry the 1. 2 times 6 is 12 plus 1 equals 13. Our amount is $13.96. Now we can take that $13.96 and put it over here in our missing column. $13.96. Now we're ready to total those up. And when you go through and total those up, you're going to have $23.28. So we'll bring it over and put that in our answer line. And if you would like, you can add the words in all. $23.28 in all. Our next story problem is another Christian school. You know, there are boys and girls all across America and around the world that go to Christian schools, just like you do. Some schools are big, some schools are small. Some schools have lots of fancy things. Other schools are in countries where they don't have very many fancy things. But we can be very thankful that God allows us to come to a Christian school. So even though we can't be together right now, we still have a great privilege in America that we can study and learn and read about God's Word and for the beautiful textbooks and lessons that we have, no matter where we are. So I want you to think about all the boys and girls today who are in Christian schools all over the world. And some of them, just like you, are at home right now because they can't be at their schools either. So we hope to see you back for next year for 4th grade for sure. So our second story problem is the boys at Harvest Christian School removed 1/3 of 558 chairs that were in the auditorium. How many chairs did they remove? Must be they had a special event they were setting up for. So if we want to know how many they removed 1/3 of 558. That means I need to divide 558 by 3 because I'm taking out 1/3 of them. If I divide by 3, it'll give me what that 1/3 is. So 5 divided by 3 equals 1. 1 times 3 equals 3. 5 minus 3 equals 2. I compare. 3 cannot go into 2. I bring down the 5. 25 divided by 3 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. 25 minus 24 is 1. I compare. 3 cannot go into 1. I bring down the 8. 18 divided by 3 equals 6. 6 times 3 equals 18. I subtract. 18 minus 18 equals 0. I compare. 3 cannot go into 0. I have nothing left to bring down and no remainders. So this tells me they moved exactly 186 chairs. They were some busy beavers that day. I hope they put them all away nice and neat. Now when you go to the back of your paper today, I think you'll be able to do this. You have some simple multiplication problems on the back. So I'm going to let you work them at home, but we'll talk about our page on the video. Then you can use the answer key in tomorrow's lesson to check your answers. Make sure you have them all correct. I want you to do some thinking on this one. So you're going to do your constellations while you were camping. I want you to read your graph carefully because each star means that it was really 3 constellations. They did Dad's example for you so you know how to multiply. Your factor that you're multiplying by, I'm going to tell you, is 3. So you need to figure out what to multiply by 3. Section number 4, you're going to divide and check. Remember to multiply your answer from here by your dividend so that you can get your product in. So you check and make sure that they match up. Your dividend and your quotient. So that's the one that you have to make sure that you check on this one. On number 5, write the number of cents. If you need to on this one, sometimes it helps that I draw little circles. Now I don't draw the actual coins themselves, but I might draw 2 quarters and put 25 in the middle, and put 25 in the middle, and I might draw dimes and put a 10 in the middle, and the 10 in the middle. Sometimes this helps me to check my answer so I make sure I'm counting correctly. I just draw circles with the amount in them instead of drawing those little pictures. That would be kind of hard to do, and I'm not an artist. At the bottom of your page, you're going to find the fractional part of the number, and then you have an average to do and your lowest terms. So I want you to think through these as you review, and I think you'll do a great job as you go through on these. So you work hard today, and we'll see you later this week. Have a great afternoon, boys and girls.